USPHL fans, we are here live from the Boston Junior Bruins Showcase. We are watching the best hockey in the land, USPHL hockey, and the new NCDC, the National Collegiate Development Conference. We've got hockey all over the Nessick today. That's the New England Sports Center out here in Marlborough, Massachusetts. I made the drive all the way up from Wayne, New Jersey. I said, I'm hopping in the car, I'm getting up here, I'm watching hockey, and we're going to be watching hockey all day long. Today we're launching the newest installment of the USPHL, and that is the NCDC must-see matchups, where Dan K, yours truly, is on the mic bringing you all the play-by-play. This afternoon we've got the Jersey Hitmen taking on the Northern Cyclones. Following that up, we'll have the Boston Bandits and the Syracuse Stars. We're going to have that all day long, all night long. We're going to be bringing you USPHL hockey. But with that in mind, we got to start the show here. My three things. Thing number one, another heck of a showcase for the USPHL. The Boston Junior Bruins putting on this one out here in Marlborough. Tons of people in attendance, tons of folks here, people walking through the screen. We've got everything here in Marlborough. That's thing number one. Thing number two, the NCDC has kicked off, and it is going strong already. Just a couple games in, but you have seen some of the best hockey in the country here this weekend already. Yesterday, the Jersey Rockets took on the Northern Cyclones. Northern Cyclones taking home a shutout win. Austin Smith with the shutout, 25 saves in that one. 25 of 25 in net, a perfect showing for Austin Smith in his first start of the year for the Northern Cyclones. Thing number three, you know, the youths are here as well. We got a lot of the younger hockey players. We've got our 18U, our 16U, and our 16U futures in attendance today. You're going to have interviews from all over. We'll have the CP Dynamo, the PAL Junior Islanders. We'll have everybody on the show today. Make sure you watch the Dan K Show coming up next. All right, Dan K on the road. We've got our first interview victims. We've got the 18U PAL Islanders here. Gentlemen, introduce yourselves in order. Let's go.
My name is Chris Mott.
Anthony Aureliana.
Jack Goodman.
Matt Minerva.
That was very quiet. I like it. You know, the guy with the flow is always the quiet guy. This is the guy in the back of the room just kind of scoping it out, trying to figure out where the cool people are. I like it. PAL Junior Islanders, you know, how do you guys prepare for your season with the PAL organization? You know, PAL all the way up to the top of the NCDC, you guys have just a great winning lineage. What's the preparation like with the PAL Junior Islanders organization?
Well, I would say it starts from our coaching staff, and it's just all around good, and they just teach us well, and we start off with a good training camp, and then we just get right into games, which I think helps a lot.
I like it. I like it. Now, sir, you got these two guys kind of running off. Who's the leader on this team? Who's the guy who kind of keeps the troops in order here every day?
We got a captain and an assistant captain right here.
You got your captain and your assistant captain.
I mean, I'm the goalie, so I mean, I'll lead from behind, but you know, yeah, no, it's definitely been as far as like preparation, it's definitely like you know, it's just like a loose kind of thing. Everyone just knows the deal. We run through it. It's just like another day in the office, and that's kind of just like how our coaches taught us to do, you know, and yeah.
See, the goaltenders are always the guys. These are the guys that read the books. You know what I mean? These are the guys, the intelligent guy. He's up here. Little quirky. I love it. Captain, let's go to you. Captain, El Capitan. El Capitan, a man of few words. He's a leader on the ice. He's not trying to talk out here. Sir, what's the expectations for the team this year?
I mean, obviously we have high expectations. You know, last year, 18U champs, state champions, national appearance. So, yeah, we're trying to do the same this year.
Even better, reigning national champs. Now, this guy's got a birthday over here. This guy's got a fake birthday. Another fake birthday? We've got two fake birthdays over here, so I just want to wish happy fake birthday to everybody celebrating a fake birthday. If you have a couple extra birthdays per year, celebrate it with this young man. Sir, it's both of them? I'm going to give them both a fake birthday. Two fake birthdays, big-time reigning champs. We've got a new interviewee. How's it going, sir?
Hey.
He's excited to be here. We're excited to be here. This is the kind of fun we have. Dan K on the road. Thank you, PAL Islanders, for talking. Dan K down on ice level at another USPHL showcase success. It's the Boston Junior Bruins Shootout. We've got scouts aplenty throughout the building. We've got the Junior Rangers trying to make their way through, and we've got action going on behind us. But sadly, no Lucas to be found. Lucas, you're missing out, man. Where are you at?
Well, I'll tell you where I'm at, Dan. I'm at the Dan K Show studios back home in New Jersey, and I just got off the phone with the coach of the Ironwood Yoopers, Coach Sturgeon.
It's time for a Dan K Show phone interview, and I've got Ironwood Yoopers coach Scott Sturgeon on the line. Coach, how you doing?
Great. Yourself?
I'm doing well. Thanks for taking my call. I got a couple of questions lined up for you here, but the first one that I really want to know is, what's your strongest aspect so far this season on your team?
I would say right now our strongest is our goaltending. Our goaltending is second to none. I think I might have two of the best goaltenders in the Midwest, Julius Husset and Leonard Fenley. What's interesting with Julius is he was our practice goalie last year, and he never got one start. So it was pretty exciting this weekend that he got the first start at home. We wanted to give that because he earned it. He came from a practice goalie into starting role, and right now him and Leonardo is fighting for a number one spot. They go back and forth, two great goaltenders. I think one's at 95% right now and the other's at 94%. And Leonardo, we actually went to our affiliate, the Northern Cyclones, went to their pre-draft camp, and Leonardo was on one of the teams that the Cyclones let me coach. Fell in love with the young man. He's just a great young man, great attitude, great goaltender. And we asked if he wanted to become a Yooper, and he accepted, and that's how we landed Leonardo. So with the making of the NCDC, that landed us a great goaltending.
So, Coach, how does feeding into the Cyclones work into your strategy?
That's the goal. That's what we're trying to do. I'm on the phone all the time with the Northern Cyclones, Frank, the vice president there, and we're hoping to move our players up to the Northern Cyclones. We kind of set our team up for players like that they'd be looking for that fit their style.
So with the creation of the NCDC, would you say that has given some teams, your team specifically, some new opportunities?
It's opened up night and day. As you know, being in the UP of Michigan, there isn't a lot of things I would say that players would come to. We're a small town. We probably have the lowest budget in the league, so it's really hard for us to grab players. When the NCDC opened up, I initially contacted Bill Flanagan within the first week. Once we knew that was our affiliate team, and we've had a long relationship with them for the past, I would say, 9 months, and we're looking forward to working with them in the future. Players going back and forth, and I really think it's going to help our program because we're going to be able to have a place for them to go. And if you look at college hockey on the East Coast, it's kind of where you want to be. Lots of options there.
So you say it kind of allows for players and teams that would normally get into that East Coast nexus of hockey a chance to be seen by scouts and coaches?
Absolutely. I believe that the NCDC, and I tell a lot of people this, especially my recruits, I believe that it will be the league of the future as far as you might not get to the USHL, but I believe the NHL has some serious competition with the NCDC.
So tell me about the Showtime line, Coach. You know, we talked a little bit over Facebook about this line that you've put together that you're extremely happy with.
Well, we recruited, Tyler Morrison was our leading scorer from last year. He's a 2000. And the kid's just a sniper. You put the puck in the net. You can see the rink, too. Big kid. He's 17 years old. He's 5'11", probably 190. And then Kel Bowman, who came from Wausau West, joined our team halfway through the season last year. And he's just a piston. He goes and goes and goes and doesn't stop. And he plays with an edge, which is fun because you got to keep him on that edge. It's a little teeter-totter. I always tell him this daily. Teeter-totter. I got to have you playing, on the edge, but we're not over the edge where you start drawing penalties. And then we grabbed Caleb Griffin from Regina, Saskatchewan. Here's a kid that was, projected to go high in the WHL, blew out his knee. Was playing up in Canada, wasn't getting any looks, wants to play college hockey, and we brought him here and we created the Showtime line. First weekend we let them play together, here and there, and we started to see great things where they were, I think the first weekend they scored, I don't know, it was 8 out of 9 goals. And then this weekend we put them together, but because of the matchups, we had to split them up and make our lines a little more evenly and turn it into a low-scoring game. But we still got each one of those guys contributed the whole weekend.
But the second line you have no name for yet.
Yes, have not found a name for that yet. It was Ryan Danner, Earl, and we sometimes fluctuate Greenow on it. There's a couple other players that we fluctuate on that line. That line's Earl's young 2000, came from Lower Michigan, Paw Paw, Michigan, and Danner's from San Jose, California. He's played with the U18 San Jose Sharks out there. He had a big weekend for us this weekend. I think he had 4 points. Had a shootout goal yesterday, and actually a penalty shot, I should say, yesterday. And then he got the game winner with a feed from Morrison. Danner's a really good hockey player. He's small, he's undersized a little bit, but he has great hands, probably the sweetest hands I've seen at this level so far this year.
Now, we also got a chance to talk about how the style of play is a little bit different, in the Midwest, on the East Coast, but you guys have adapted a fairly non-traditional style of play for where you're located. So tell us kind of why you do that and what kind of effect that has.
We've set our team up looking out east. You get a lot of speed, you get a lot of finesse players, and that's what the Cyclones are going to be looking for. So we basically built our team, obviously, to have the success for our players to move on and up to the Cyclones and also feed the Cyclones. Where traditionally in the Midwest, you're going to see big players, big, strong defensemen, plays real physical, and we're really not that physical of a team. We're more speed, get the puck wide, moving guys, having defensemen that are undersized, that are quick. So we're more about puck control, speed, and that's really it.
Now, I know it's hard to tell, but, how's this style been working out for you? It's still early in the season, but have you noticed any pros and cons to playing a more faster game in a more physical area?
So far, it's been working out pretty good. We're 3-1, and the only game that we lost, we had 9 skaters for that weekend because of some injuries and then some personal things that came up, and we lost that game really 3-2 in an empty net at the end. So for myself watching it, I think it works good. I think it's longevity is going to help us throughout the year in the playoffs, because when you do play the physical game, you're going to run into injuries more so, and you're going to run into wore-out players at the end of the year. So I think this style is going to be good, and basically, like I said, it's really, our program's really about feeding Cyclones of the NCDC.
All right, now, Coach, one more question for you. I know it's early in the season, but, it's never too early to talk about goals for the end of the year. Now, I know everyone's always looking for championship, but are there any unique goals that your team is carrying forward throughout the season?
Our goal, first and foremost, is always the player development and getting our players to move up, whether it's a college commitment. We had a couple colleges, D1 schools. It was actually our game this weekend. We called out and reached out to their local. And then, moving players up to the NCDC would be very important to us. And that's really what we're all about. I mean, we take the approach, along with our owner, Scott Kellett, as our job is to develop and feed players into the next level. And that's how we take it. As far as a team-wise, of course, everybody would love to get the Nationals. I think with a low-budget team like ourselves, and being where we're at, we're kind of isolated from a lot of the other teams. We're kind of up there all alone in the UP. To be able to make Nationals would be a huge accomplishment for us. So team-wise, that's what our team is. That's our team goal.
Well, Coach, thank you so much for joining me. I don't want to take any more of your time. I know you have a long season to look forward to.
Thank you. Looking forward to meeting you guys in person.
Dan K on the road. We've got the 16U Futures team of the SkipJacks Hockey Club. I love SkipJacks Hockey. I watched the SkipJacks Hockey here the last few years, and what I see is just a great organization for building young talent. You know, you guys start off, you said you had an L today, no worries, right? You guys start off, you use those L's as a building block. By next year, you guys are dominating. Later this year, you guys are dominating. First, we're going to start with El Capitan. Talk about the SkipJacks organization. Just how good of an organization is it?
Well, the SkipJacks are they're very good at keeping us organized and giving us like the means we need to succeed. I mean, we have a great gym. We're always in it. We're practicing. We run systems. Coach isn't worried about the losses. We build off of it. We run cycles all the game. We're very organized, and it's a big thing. Success is like the biggest part of the organization. Success,
the biggest part. And I'll tell you what, you talk to gentlemen your age, you know, a lot of times people are afraid of the camera. All you guys seem very comfortable. Talk about the kind of the grooming process that comes with playing 16U Futures. You know, you're trying to grow here. You're trying to grow educationally on the ice. Talk about all the different facets of playing hockey with this organization.
They do a very good job of helping us with everything. They do everything for us. Yeah. School comes first. They have a GPA we have to follow. They got everything we got to do. They help us a lot. They have tutors come in. They help us with everything. The hockey-wise, they're great.
Great organization. I love watching SkipJacks Hockey. Sir, you walk into the SkipJacks Hockey Club. You walk in that locker room, you know there's high expectations. What are the expectations this year for you guys?
The expectations for us is to go out, win some games, have some fun, and to make sure the little guys around the rink look into us and make sure we're good leaders out there.
I love it. Leadership all the way through the entire organization. Final question for you, Captain. You know, what's the team looking like this year from your point of view, and how do you keep these guys in line? I know 16U Futures, you guys have your fun, you guys do your razzing, you guys do your shoe checks and everything on the road. Talk to me here. How do you keep these guys in line as captain?
I mean, the guys are great. You know, I don't have any problems with them. I mean, we don't fight. We get along. I mean, everybody has their problems, but it's normally solved quick, really. I mean, if anything gets heated or arguments, you just solve it and we work through it. It's not that hard. I mean, everybody works hard. Everybody's here to do something. We all want to go somewhere, and we all want to succeed. So it's really not, I mean, it's not that big. I mean, honestly, everybody helps me out. It's not all on me. It's nice.
Love it. Love the teamwork. Love the energy, gentlemen. I'll tell you what, you guys do interviews just as good as some of the adults that do interviews in this hockey world. You also answer questions. You're a lot easier to ask questions to because you actually answer them. You know, try asking Sid the Kid any question about any game. So thank you, guys. Good luck to the SkipJacks. SkipJacks, 16U Futures coming at you with a few wins. Good luck, boys.
All right, folks, back in the Dan K Show studio in New Jersey. It's time for Dan's favorite segment, the empty net. Unfortunately, he's still up in Massachusetts, and I'm in New Jersey, so I'm going to have to close out the show tonight. I just want to thank all of you guys for reaching out to us. We had so much support on social media this week. We had Andrea Day, who's a mom of one of the NCDC Cyclones, reach out and tells us she loves the show, loves the energy. We, of course, had Coach Scott Sturgeon on the show just a moment ago. We had Luke Penrose give us some travel tips on how to get to Ironwood to come see the Yoopers play. Thank you so much for that. We had the Bandits hitting me up on Instagram. We had people talking to us on Twitter, both on our personal pages and, of course, the new Dan K Show Twitter page at @_Dan K Show. That is the best place to reach out to us. If you want to talk to us, we'll be posting some news, some highlights, some videos all through there, as well as through the USPHL Facebook page and Twitter. So, from us at the Dan K Show, thank you so much for reaching out. We hope you continue to do so. Stay tuned for next week's show, and keep an eye out, because we'll probably be at a showcase near you.
Lucas, wait up. I'm back. I made it. I'm in for Marlboro.
Did you run back for Marlboro?
I did. I knew you were going to be doing the empty net. It's my favorite segment, as you know. It's my favorite segment of the show. And I was about to get to my car, and I was like, oh, I forgot my keys, so I just started running. And I'm here. I'm here for the empty net. Did I miss it?
Yeah, I just finished it. Did the whole thing without you. Also, how are we going to get your car back?
Wait a second. Guys, thanks for watching the Dan K Show. I got to run back up to Marble and get my keys.
This is not the first time this has happened, sadly enough.
Lucas, keep dinner warm.